Two teams with 11 Super Bowl titles between them. The Niners and Steelers underway to begin 2023. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Purdy going to the air right away. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, what a way to kick off the year here. Niners and Steelers. And I know the folks back in Northern California happy to see their quarterback Brock Purdy back out there. Charles, what do you see from him in year 2?
More of what we saw from him in year 1, partner, because this young man, he really sees the reins in that first season, and he is excited about expanding his game and pushing the ball downfield even more in year 2 as a starter with the 49ers.
Purdy looking to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Javon Hargrave, the former Eagle, there on the stop. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They run again with Harris. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's Fields. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter. Because he has such great skills, you want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. To throw is Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Fields. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Here's the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Purdy on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Purdy. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. 26 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Fire move with the grab. It only took him 2 seasons to become a fan favorite in Pittsburgh. Like the crowd shouting Heath for Heath Miller, you hear them shout Muth after every grab now. And there's plenty of them. 63 last season for over 700 yards.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
It's brought in by Wilson. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is going to be 49er football. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 5. Purdy. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down.
There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. He may go. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers have retaken the lead. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Niners set to take over on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Purdy from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shout perfection.
They go play action here. Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Fields. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they'll get to him right away at the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Two minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a first down throw, Fields. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. He completes it to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Fields throwing again. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. George Pickens, a 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. So they lob it up on the fade, and really a great play to go up and make that catch.
It's something that takes some timing, and people work on it all the time. Even when they're just warming up, you know, that old pat and go when they're just warming up, throwing the football. A lot of the time it turns into that route exactly. A fade route, and this one turned into a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Second down and a yard. Purdy now to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Purdy now on second down. He's got Ayuk once again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Off play action. Fields steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Meanwhile, Fields throw into the hands of Pickens. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. A handoff for Warren. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They hand this off to Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. On the give, it's Warren. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and 9 here. Here's Fields. Got his man, it's Warren. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And taken right at the 35. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, 32 yards. And the Niners are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, it's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From the 50, here's Fields. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Brock Purdy and the 49ers out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. from the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On first down, it's Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now 2nd and 3. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Back to throw, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Finding Freiermuth, what a grab. And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there at the 26. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. He's going to try and take off with it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They run with McCaffrey off the option. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Shotgun now with Purdy. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. He's going to use his legs here. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do. Going
touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 4 yards out. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he's brought down. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early's opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. From the gun, here's Fields. That is intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Purdy. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown. Jawan Jennings. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. This is 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Warren. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Back to throw, Fields. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Fields. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Out to his left.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds.
Now Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead.
On the run, it's Warren.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for San Francisco, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious, I feel my ratchets, you ever offended my clearly cracked the mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great has ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for you foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you mourn my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you rule the day.
The players on your team earned XP.
Opportunity, yes. Being great as ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for you.
Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game.
You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me with the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though.
But I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands will do. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands will do. We ain't even. Ain't submit when you daydreaming. Came needing to eat, I ain't eating in 8 weeks. And my mouth's watering like I stay teething. You can't reason with the animal that's loose and my brain's tweaking. You don't really know me. If you think you do get amnesia, got a problem, I'm subtracting you like a mad teacher. I'm that lethal like a threat to a mass preacher. I send you up to Christ if you crossing your act evil. Preparation meets opportunity, maybe. Big grade is ambiguity, baby. Too much at stake for your foolery, ain't it crazy? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, you won't faze me. You ain't really hard like you imagine and bragging about being toxic, but you ain't really that hazardous. Rap God, if you don't believe in me, then it's blasphemous. Everything that you are is an acronym to my adjectives.
But I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules.